Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. Before we start, let me introduce a little bit about myself. My name is Trương Ngọc. My student ID is BAFNIU18235 and I'm a student in finance and banking. If you have any question, there is a comment section below for you to ask. Or if you want to make a longer conversation, you can text me or email me anytime. My contact will be available at the last slide. Before we actually start, I want to ask you some questions. Have you ever asked yourself that why the banking information system is necessary and how the information system affects the financial organization? In this video, I will present about one case study of Deutsche Bank and its experience in using information system. The case study named "Did Information System Cause Deutsche Bank Stumble?" And you can find this case study in the textbook of Management Information System, the 16th edition at page 36. I have divided my presentation into two main parts. At first, I will summarize the case study, and then I will answer the ending question of this case study. So, let's begin with the first part. Deutsche Bank AG was established in 1870, which is not only the largest bank in Germany but also one of the world's top financial companies. Nowadays, Deutsche Bank AG has more than 2,400 branches over 72 countries. The bank provides several financial products and services like the retail and commercial banking, credit card, international trade, life insurance, mortgage, and more. Besides that, Deutsche Bank holds the largest portfolio of derivatives, with around $46 trillion. This means that the bank holds a huge financial security with a value that derives the value from an underlying or a group of assets. The financial crisis happened in 2008 is one of the world's economic disasters, which was caused by selling the toxic mortgage security. So, the U.S. regulator forced the bank to pay back about $7.2 billion to resolve it. However, Deutsche Bank still survived the 2008 banking crisis. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission complains that Deutsche Bank used an LA system for reporting the swap data, which makes the bank cannot record any swap data for multiple asset classes for around 5 days. This leads to the failure in the credit default swap data and the swap data reporting, and lack of the business disaster recovery plans. Because Deutsche Bank does not have a sufficient business disaster recovery plan or a suitable supervisory system, the bank's swap data report determine the problems with the reliable data, including several invalid legal entities identified. Hence, it leads to the difficulty in analyzing the risk through the available data in the swap market. So, the Deutsche Bank tried to end up using the LA system to improve its report. However, the bank faced the new problem in finding and creating new reporting systems. In addition, Deutsche Bank must pay high costs not only for copying with the regulation and fines, but also for its operation. The U.S. regulator stated that using the old version of technologies cannot provide the correct information for running the businesses. It's also one of the reasons led to the banking crisis in 2008, and the bank struggled in buying and selling the complex financial products to identify the underlying assets. All the banks over the world are relying too much on information technology because it helps the bank to avoid the financial fraud. So, why Deutsche Bank, which is one of the strongest players in the financial field, cannot run its system? This is because the leading global financial organization in common and Deutsche Bank in specific did not change their system to collect information when they merge or acquire other financial companies. Because of the requirement of high cost and high effort, the bank used old system to hold the workload of its business. So it leads to the unconnected technology and software platform. It found out that the old system are hard to share the information among the company operational structures. So, even though systems are useful in a huge transaction, it was not working well in managing organization. For the trading in London, although Deutsche Bank has more than 100 different types of booking systems, and each system has different set of codes to identify the same customer, it's extremely hard to know how the same customer behave in all their systems. The bank has used an intentional strategy based on a suited platform of each trader to motivate them by creating a team against each other. However, the competing traders were unwilling to share their data, so they become using more different types of systems. At the end, the bank must settle the data from different systems before trades were sorted out and recorded. This leads to the difficult situation for the banks to do their technology project or to comply with the regulation requirement. The US regulator forced the financial organization to change the system and improve their risk management. Deutsche Bank is feared or under the pressure of failing to use the new technology that keeps up with the changing of regulation and the customer's experience. They must adapt the new technology competitors which are muscling into the banking service like Apple. In February 2015, Deutsche Bank announced a 10-year contract with Hewlett Packard, or HP, which states that Deutsche Bank will use a cloud computing structure that runs its information system in HP's computer centers, and HP would provide computing service, hosting, and storage. This contract helps the bank to improve its IT structure, minimize the cost, and create a modern platform for producing the products and services. In July 2015, John Cryan became the Deutsche Bank CEO. He tried to control and reduce the cost, improve efficiency, and gain profit by firing thousands of staff, changing and improving the old information system. To improve the banking and organizational structure, Cryan tried to be standardizing the banking system, eliminating the old software, increasing data, and improving reports. Besides that, Kim Halfmon, who has been a chief information officer of Deutsche Bank and Boeing, was appointed as chief operating officer to oversee reorganizing the area of the bank's information system and operation. To take competitive advantages, the bank continued to improve the application development and information security technologies. Deutsche Bank tried to avoid the high-risk customers, improve its control system, and automatic reconciliation. To enhance its IT infrastructure, the bank declined from 45 to 4 individual operating systems that control the computers working, and replaced the outdated computers and software. Therefore, it increased the efficiency and better control. It also reduced operating costs by 800 million euros, eliminated 6,000 contractors, and saved about 1 billion euros. To improve its technologies, Deutsche Bank has operated 4 technology centers to work with financial technology startups. However, Deutsche Bank still faces the problem with its profit and stability. In early April 2018, Christian Seguin became the CEO of Deutsche Bank. This is because when Cryan was the CEO, he cannot make any profit, but make a loss of $900 million in February 2018. Deutsche Bank is not the only major bank which is harmed by the system problems. There are many major banks in the world have faced the same problem, like the Banco Santander. A central consultant report in 2015 said that, Only 6% of board of directors and 3% of CEO as the world's largest bank has high technology experiences. Nowadays, the financial technology innovation and implication of regulatory changes are important for the banking system. It helps the bank to make more critical decisions and critical investment, and assign the technology resources better. Now, let's move to the second part, answering the question. The first question is that identify the problem. What management, organization, and technology factors contributed to this problem? The Deutsche Bank problems related to a higher funding cost. This is because of the changing regulatory of the banking industry. The bank has to pay back about $7.2 billion to resolve the harmful effects of the financial crisis 2008. And the management factor is that the bank failed to complete the credit default swap data and to appropriate the supervision system. The organization factor is that the bank lacked of the suitable business disaster recovery plans. And finally, the technology factor is the Deutsche Bank swap data reporting using the LA system, which caused the inefficiency for 5 days, providing the wrong information. The poor information system is one of the reasons that led to the criticism. And the second question is that what was the role of information technology at Deutsche Bank and how was it related to the bank operational efficiency, decision-making capability, and the business strategy? And the role of information technology is that it helps the bank to improve its report, updated and storage data, automatically computing and maintenance. And the bank can do their work efficiently and improve the banking system. And the IT related to the bank's operational efficiency that the IT increase the bank operational efficiencies. It helps the bank to select and design the appropriate process, collect the information system from newly acquired company. Thus, it improves the bank's performance. And the relationship between the decision-making capability with the IT is that using of new information technology helps the bank to make the sound and quickly decision-making compared to the old one. The related to the bank's business strategy is that the improving information technology makes better communication between the bank and its employees, better in analyzing the customer behaviors, better in the sharing data and information. Hence, the bank has more opportunity to choose the best strategy. The third question is that was Deutsche Bank using technology effective to pursue its business strategy, and explain the answers? The answer is yes. This is because the technology helps the bank manage its business growth and it leads to the vital changes in business processes. By using the technology efficiency, the bank can collect and create its suitable business strategies. The final question is that what solution for Deutsche Bank was proposed and how effective do you think it will be? And explain the answer. And the solution that the Deutsche Bank will propose is that it signs a 10-year contract with AP to simplify the IT structure, reduce the cost, start new technologies for producing new products and services. Upon John Cryan as CEO, and he tried to reduce the cost, improve efficiency, and change the old information system. Upon the Kim Hammond as Chief Operating Officer, and he realized that the current information system of the bank are operated by trial and error. Deutsche Bank would change to a cloud computing structure that runs its information system in HP's computer centers, and HP would provide the computing service, hosting, and storage. And those solutions do affect the Deutsche Bank. It increased the efficiency and better control, reduce the operating cost by 800 million euros, eliminate 6,000 contractors, and save about 1 billion euros. However, the bank still makes a loss for 3 years, so that it decided to replace John Cryan by Christian Sewin. To conclusion, there still exists a way for Deutsche Bank to improve its business. Nowadays, Deutsche Bank provides the top banking financial service for its clients and maintain the good performance in the market. So, this leads to the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave your comment below. And if this is the first time you come to my channel, do not forget to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for your watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video.